Hello folks, welcome back to part 2 of me doing my shelf layout, my end-to-end in the workshop. I don't know if you can see, but I've emptied some of the shelves because there was a shelf that was down here that I've had to move. I had a little diorama that was sat on there with loads and loads of boxes, which now are up here. And the diorama's over there. That's something I might break down. Guess I don't know whether I'll use it again. I don't know. It's a O gauge, so quite a large train, or a large scale. So where I've got to so far is I've just put the bolt in the top of the next bracket for the next part of the shelf. Now don't forget, these are just pieces of wood I'm using just to put on to see what it looks like really. These are not going to stay there. It may be the same plywood that I get, I don't know, I'll see. I might change. Just move that out of the way. But these were the panels that were against the wall there for this when I was looking to this layout down here. So I've taken them off the wall because I've had to take them off so I can get the brackets in. So what I'll do is just take you over to this camera and I'll just show you what I'm doing to drill the hole. So over here I've just put this bolt in here. There's no bolt in the bottom one yet. I haven't drilled that hole. That's my next task. But you can see I've got it level with the spirit level there from the bracket there. So that's nice and level, ready to join up. It's okay. I've got this camera plugged in with the cable as well because it was running low. And if I put that there, I can now move that out the way. But I will need it for a moment. Just want to make sure this bracket's level when I drill the next hole. So we need to put that against there, the side of the bracket. And there we go. And let me see, that's just got to go there. Right, so I've got the bracket is now level. I'm just going to mark the center of that hole, and that's where my drill will start. There's me mark. I'll just pop that out of the way if I can, like that. Now I'm using 10mm bolt screws, and I've only got an M8 masonry drill. I did order one on Amazon last night to fit correctly, but I've just had a message it's not going to be until after 5 o'clock this evening, and it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment. So what I've done with the other holes is I've drilled it, and then I've just made it good with the drill I've got. But for when I do the ones on stage 2, because I'm going to call this part here stage 1, and then the part that's going to go down there is going to be stage 2, and that's how I'm going to look at doing it. So it starts to make sense in my head. If I'm trying to do it all in one go, I'll just get overwhelmed by it, and then I'll just go, oh, forget it, I ain't doing it. Because that's me, that's how I think. So I think if I do it in stages and just do a bit at a time, this might take months and months and months, and then again it might take 3 weeks. That's just the way I am. My mind will go on to something else, and that's how I am. But you can come along for the ride and see what it's like. All a bit chaos. Now, I was actually not very well last night. I had sickness and diarrhea last night, so I wasn't feeling too good. However, I've got up this morning, I had a bit of toast, I've been just sipping water, and then it must have been about 9:30, I went and lay down for an hour, and I've woke up feeling a lot better. I'm not 100%, but I feel a lot better. So I don't know if it's a bug or something that's going around, I don't know. Because I was due to go to my physiotherapy this morning at 8 o'clock. So I literally just had to ring at 8 o'clock because I didn't open till 8 o'clock. Luckily, I got through. and explained that I couldn't make it. And again, I've got another physio appointment at the hospital, at the doctor's tomorrow. I've had to cancel that because you have to give it a certain period of time before you can really go anywhere and you've had sickness and diarrhea. So I had to cancel that, but that's been rescheduled. The one for tomorrow is rescheduled for next week. The hospital is rescheduled for about another 2 or 3 weeks, I think, which is a shame, but I was all ready to go. In fact, my wife had, well, she didn't, I was going to say she had time off work, she didn't. She was just going to go in later and work later. She was going to take me because I'm struggling driving at the moment, so, and she was going to take me, so she although she's got in later, that's how it is. There's nothing I can do about that, you know, that's the way things pan out, as they say. Right, let's get back to drilling this hole, shall I? And I'll pop you over to this camera. Right, here we go. These are fantastic drill bits, I've got to say, especially for brickwork. You watch, this goes through here like butter. Now I've said that, it won't. I want to make sure I'm as central as I can in that dot that I made there. Here we go. There you go, that should do it. But now I've got to open that up a bit because these are the raw plugs that I'm using. You'll see that's what I'm using, those there, look. And they need M10s, as you can see, look at that. Even the end won't go in there and they're tapered. But that drill bit is amazing. I had it off Amazon for brickwork. I mean, going into concrete or, you know, maybe a different kettle of fish. But if I show you that, if you're interested, there, I think you can see that. That's the drill that I'm using. So if you're looking to go into brickwork, jump on Amazon. They're about £5, I think. I brought this one to do the shelving for my heater, so that's where I bought. But if you need one, when it goes through there like butter. Now I've got to open this up now. So here we go. Didn't really want to do this today, but I wanted to move on with this shelf today. Now this Dyson vacuum, we brought this, I'm going to estimate about 8-9 years ago, and it packed up probably 3 years ago, and we brought another one, an upgraded model, a better model, and I just chucked it down here. And I said I'll have a look at it one day, and last year I just ordered a new battery, changed the battery over, and now I use it for down here. Yeah, it's for picking up all the dirt and bits, you know, we'll never get used in the house or anything. But for using down here in the workshop, why not? And save throwing it away. And don't quote me, the battery might have cost me, I can't even remember, maybe £15, something like that. Much cheaper than buying a new vacuum cleaner, although we did buy one, but I've reused this one, so that's pretty good. And let me just put it up there out of the way. If I got the right drill, it had all been put up now. Oh, there we go. I think a little tap and it should just start to slide in, I think. There you go. Make sure it's nice and flush. And when this one's in, I can then tighten the top one up as well. And Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and all that stuff. And I'll tell you what, you could park a bus on top of that one, the size of these bolts. I always do everything overkill. To tighten the top one. Look at that. There you go, look at that. Pretty good. So what I've got to do now is measure where my next one's going to go, which is going to be over here. If I adjust my camera there, it's going to go, I think, roughly about there. Now I am going to keep these brackets on the wall. I could take them off and cut them off there, but I'm going to keep them there because I may want to put a board on the back to put a picture at the back of the scene, like a scene at the back of the layout, and I can then put some strips of wood all the way along, and that's how I can tack it. But that one's going to go roughly about there, and then when I come to go around there, the other one's going to go in here somewhere. Maybe it might just go there, and then the other one will be the other side of the pillar. So that's the next bracket in. I'll bring you over here so you can have a look. That's that one. Like I say, don't forget these are temporary. They're not going to be the boards that are going to go on there. You see, they're not wide enough. And there's that little diorama that I've got. I've just put it under there, and luckily it fitted just squeezed between the two brackets, so I could just plonk it there for now because I'm limited to space. Here's my Escort up there. Like I love me Mark 1 Escort. If I could afford a real one, I would. But when you're looking like, I don't know, for a good one, 50, 60 grand, maybe a bit more. That's a bit much for a car, isn't it? That's from the 1960s, 70s. Oh, that was my knee. That's where I am. So what I'll do is crack on and get the next shelf up now, and then we'll have a look at it. I've got another spare board here. I'll just pop that on there and we can have a look where we are. And we're getting close to the brackets on the wall for stage 1. We'll be almost done, because in fact I might put the other one up as well. That's going to be for the board that goes past that pillar, so I might put that on as well. So another 2 brackets, and that will be it for today. That will be me task for today. So I'm going to crack on and get this done. What I'll do, I'll forward fast the video for you. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, there you go. That's the next bracket up. Let's try it with the board on, shall we? Oh. Look at that. That one's not straight. See when they're straight. Now don't forget these boards are warped slightly. And as I can see, this, especially this one here, as you can see, there's a bit of a lip, but what I shall do is I shall put a strut in there so that joins the two boards up. But don't forget these are warped slightly, just they've been on the wall. I don't know if you can see that, it's bowed there. Don't know if the camera picks that up. So that'll be that, but I will put like a joining piece underneath to keep them nice and level. But look at that cut out there, still fits perfect. Obviously it won't take that much out, the next ones, they'll only take right up to it. But that kind of gives you an idea. And they're going to be slightly wider as well, because you got that much extra. I want it to come out as well. But yeah, look at that. Let's turn it around. Oh, yeah, I was feeling a bit wobbly then. But that's what I've done so far. And now I've turned you around, you can see all the junk this side that I need to sort out. But that'll get done. So that's another shelf put in. I think I'll put the next bracket in, I think. I'll do that, and that'll be ready for when I start stage 2. But just a little chat. I had a message the other day. It's saying, you know, I'm doing one thing one day and then some the next day. Well, that's what it's all about. It's about what I do. That's the reason that I call the channel Run Around Stu. Because, you know, one day I might be walking down the town having a chat, doing that, going to visit a place and stuff like that. Although that hasn't happened for a while. I've mentioned in a previous vlog about my arthritis problem and the other stuff, which is stopping me getting out. So this is keeping me busy and me doing me RC stuff and fixing stuff and doing this and doing that. And that's the reason the channel got Run Around Stu. It's about what I get up to, you know, my problems, my issues, what I encounter, and if it grows a bit more, then I can do a bit more content. So a bit slow with subscribers at the minute, but I'm doing it for myself really. I enjoy editing it and stuff like that, although I do get flustered doing it sometimes, but it keeps me busy and it keeps me out of trouble. So, but I guess that's it for this one. Now, when the next shelf will be done, I don't know. It might even be the other side of Christmas, I don't know. Come next week, I might feel totally different and then crack on with it. I have got the brackets to do it, so I might just get on and do it. But things might slow up a little bit in that department, and I might do some other stuff. I've got something to do with me Escort. I've got to do the interior. I've got a plate that goes in, it looks like there's a driver in there, and it covers all the gubbins up, all the wires up and stuff like that. I think I might have shown you that on another vlog, I'm not sure. But I've got that. That's got to be built. Basic, just little bits put on, but it's got to be sprayed and painted and stuff like that. But please, if you haven't already, subscribe. It does help the channel. Give us a thumbs up and comment below. Tell me what you think. Would you do it differently? Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. I've put shelves up before, but I've never done a layout like that before. Is there something, you know, I should be doing? I don't know. If you see something, just mention it. You know, I will read it and take it on board, and if I think it's something, you know, that I can do, then that's what I'll do. But that's what it's all about. So until next time, this is part 2, I guess, because I need to split it down from what I did yesterday with the first shelf and having a chat. I'll see you next time, and thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you later. And now you can hear that one's still running, and that one's running as well on the same track. That's the reason why I wanted to show you that. I'm just going to slow it down.